The Southern Cyanwood Forest had never witnessed such a clash of wills, and yet its stillness now trembled under the weight of ambition and vengeance. Martial God Asura, chapter 1037-1038, opens in the aftermath of a sudden upheaval. Han Qingyu, once a figure of disciplined authority, has awakened a terrifying new might, stepping into the forbidden rank of a ninefold martial king. Elders fall like autumn leaves under his energy ripple. But behind the chaos, Chu Feng emerges, not cowering, not yielding, but choosing to bear the storm himself, shielding those who would otherwise be crushed. Each strike, each wound, is a testament to courage measured not by survival, but by the audacity to stand when annihilation looms. As Han Qingyu's relentless weapons rain down, a mysterious elder intervenes, a force suspended between legend and reality, challenging the very rules that bind the martial world. In this chapter, the line between despair and defiance is drawn in blood, and the forest holds its breath, awaiting the inevitable reckoning. In the heart of the Southern Cyanwood Forest, a sudden storm of tension erupted, more chilling than the fiercest gale. Whispers turned to gasps as the elders of the Han family froze, their composure unraveling at the sight of one man, Chu Feng. Could it truly be him? Murmured one, barely hiding their panic. Frantically, they reached for their voice transfers, summoning Han Qingyu's command. Uncertainty flickered across every face, yet the answer was simple, etched in the iron of law. Follow the rules. But Han Qingyu's eyes, previously clouded with doubt, now gleamed with a cold, unyielding light. His voice cut through the forest like a blade. Capture him. With that single command, the elders' fear transformed into reckless courage. They surged forward, a wave of authority and intimidation. Who dares? Elder Gongsun's voice thundered, a crack of defiance slicing through the advancing ranks. An invisible current rippled outward from him, shoving back the Han elders like leaves caught in a sudden tempest. They shall not pass, he thought, the air around him humming with latent power. Quickly, the scattered protectors of Chu Feng reformed, arranging themselves in a tight, defensive formation, shielding him as though he were the very heart of their existence. Han Qingyu's rage flared, his figure rigid with authority. Gongsun Kuo, you dare obstruct my punishment department? His voice was a whip, sharp and merciless. The law is not wielded by title alone, Elder Gongsun replied, his tone ice-cold and resolute. This disciple, Chu Feng, is chosen by Lord Headmaster himself. You are but a punishment elder. Today, even if you were a celestial emperor, you would not touch a hair on his head. Defiance radiated from him, palpable and daring. Han Qingyu's lips curled into a disdainful smile. Do you truly believe you can challenge me? The forest seemed to hold its breath. Gongsun Kuo's response was a subtle smirk, a calm that belied the storm about to erupt. His robe swayed, energy swelling around him like a gathering hurricane. Rank 8 Martial King, peak Martial King strength, pulsed through him. Though dwarfed by martial emperors, this aura alone was enough to make hearts quail. A sudden hum rose in the air. With a flick of his wrist, a weapon materialized, an azure-spiked club, bristling with deadly authority. The weapon's scholarly incongruity only amplified its menace, the king-level martial energy radiating like molten steel. Then, with a roar, Elder Gongsun struck. Heaven and earth shuddered beneath the force, and the forest itself seemed to bend to the might of his assault. Yet Han Qingyu, unflinching, narrowed his eyes. A cold radiance ignited, and from within him a ferocious energy ripple erupted, crashing outward like a storm unleashed. The clash was cataclysmic. Gongsun's attack, once overwhelming, shattered as if it had been nothing but mist. The ripple did not stop there. It swept through the very defenders surrounding Chu Feng. Each elder hurled through the air, blood spraying like crimson fireworks, some losing consciousness as if life itself had been torn from them. And then it hit Elder Gongsun. The proud martial king, once a towering figure of might, was reduced to a frail shadow. Bloodied, disheveled, his aura all but extinguished. He vomited blood and crashed to the earth. The forest held a stunned silence. Chu Feng alone remained unscathed, encircled by the ruin of those sworn to protect him. The onlookers could scarcely believe their eyes. The punishment elder, he struck down a rank 8 martial king with a single blow? Murmured one, fear and awe entwined. But sharper eyes noticed a shift, an unsettling tremor in the air. Han Qingyu, he has ascended. Elder Gongsun, battered and barely standing, voice hoarse yet defiant, spoke the truth. Han Qingyu was no longer confined to the rank of Marshal King 8. He had reached rank 9, a level even comparable to Lord Headmaster himself. Recognition dawned across the crowd. Panic mingled with despair. With Han Qingyu's strength now rivaling the Headmaster, the grip of the Han family would only tighten, leaving the disciples of Southern Cyanwood Forest to face unending oppression. Anxiety etched itself deep into every face, hearts pounding at the thought of days to come under such overwhelming force. Meanwhile, the Han family erupted in joyous exultation. Triumph radiated from their faces as if they had already claimed dominion over the forest. Han Qingyu's laughter rolled across the treetops, chilling yet commanding. Gongsun Kuo, step aside, and your life will be spared. Refuse, and do not blame me for blunt measures. Elder Gongsun, though battered beyond measure, did not yield. A flicker of fearlessness burned in his eyes. You wish to harm Chu Feng? You will have to go through me first, he declared, the remnants of his aura a defiant flare against the storm of power before him. A calm voice broke the tension, soft yet unwavering. Elder Gongsun, I will handle this. The responsibility is mine, said Chu Feng, his words carrying weight that even the bloodied, exhausted elder could not ignore. The forest held its breath, the stage set for a confrontation that would shake the very foundations of the Southern Cyanwood Forest. Heroes, elders, and disciples alike knew that the storm had only just begun, and that legends were being forged in the clash of their destinies. The air trembled as the world seemed to hold its breath. Somewhere deep within the Southern Cyanwood Forest, a storm of death and vengeance was about to break, and at its center, a young warrior stood unshaken, his gaze like tempered steel. Chu Feng, you! Elder Gongsun's voice faltered, surprise etched across his ancient features, for he had never expected this moment. In the shadow of annihilation, when fear should have gripped the hearts of men, Chu Feng did not cower. He stepped forward with unyielding courage, a calmness that spoke of a soul forged in suffering and defiance. This matter does not concern you, Elder Gongsun, Chu Feng declared, his voice steady yet carrying the weight of inevitability. The calamity falls upon me alone, but I cannot bear to see my friend dragged into it. Please, ensure his safety. He is innocent in this affair. With that, he handed the battered lei to the startled elder without awaiting a reply. Then, turning his gaze to the looming figure of Han Qingyu, Chu Feng's lips curved into a faint, fearless smile. It is I who have brought ruin upon your Han family. If justice or vengeance must be done, direct it at me alone. Han Qingyu's eyes narrowed, a tempest of arrogance and rage flickering within. You dare? His voice cut through the forest like a jagged blade. Do you think because the headmaster named you the hope of the Southern Cyanwood Forest, I would hesitate? That I would spare you? You are gravely mistaken, brat. He stepped closer, scrutinizing Chu Feng with the sharp gaze of a predatory king. His aura radiated menace, a torrent of martial power rippling outward. Today none can shield you. Even the headmaster's favor cannot save you from the wrath of my Han family. Chu Feng's lips lifted in a ghost of a grin. Fear did not touch him. He had read the subtle tremors in Han Qingyu's bearing, the fleeting hesitations hidden beneath his fury. Though Han Qingyu wielded terror like a blade, Chu Feng saw the truth. The pride of the Han family demanded punishment, not outright execution. The young warrior had chosen to step forward, to take the blows himself, sparing Elder Gongsun and his companions from humiliation or harm. Humiliation, pain, suffering. Chu Feng knew them all, and he had survived. In his heart he bore the knowledge that one day every ounce of suffering would be returned tenfold to those who had wronged him. Chu Feng, today is the day you die, Han Qingyu roared, the heavens shuddering under the pressure of his rank 9 Marshal King's power. The very sky above them quivered, dark clouds swirling like the prelude to a cataclysm. Yet Chu Feng remained unmoved, a solitary figure of calm in the storm. Fury twisted Han Qingyu's face. You dare to smile at me? Kneel and confess your crimes. With a flick of his sleeve, the oppressive might in his grasp transformed into a razor-sharp blade, aimed with lethal precision at Chu Feng's legs. Poop poo. The blade struck, cutting deep, revealing white bone beneath his flesh. Yet Chu Feng's body wavered only slightly. He did not kneel. Not a flinch, not a grimace. Pain held no dominion over him. His gaze remained fixed, a smile of cold defiance on his lips. "You want me to kneel? You are not worthy." Rage erupted from Han Qingyu, teeth grinding, his pride wounded. He unleashed more, waves of energy forming countless blades that tore through the air, leaving a trail of crimson across Chu Feng's body. Each strike could have ended a lesser man, yet Chu Feng's confidence only grew. He had discerned the truth. Han Qingyu would torment, punish, humiliate, but not kill. Had death truly been his intent, the young warrior would already be no more. "You wish for me to kneel to you? In your dreams." Chu Feng's voice rang out, unwavering, challenging the wrath that sought to bend him. The surrounding disciples held their breath, the tension coiling like a serpent ready to strike. Every attack from Han Qingyu was meant to force submission, to reclaim the Han family's honor through public humiliation. But Chu Feng would not yield. Frustration consumed Han Qingyu. He hurled forth the full might of his king-level power, tens of thousands of weapons streaking toward the young man with apocalyptic force. The air quivered under their velocity, a deadly maelstrom descending. Eggy, normally calm and collected, felt the first prickle of fear. This was no ordinary assault. This was annihilation incarnate. Yet Chu Feng's expression was serene. He did not dodge, did not flinch. He stood tall, unmoving, a confident smile playing on his bloodied lips, waiting for the storm to reach him. Then a voice cut through the chaos, a sound so calm and unyielding it silenced the storm itself. "Stop immediately." The words fell like a decree from the heavens. A luminous, formless energy erupted, rushing forward to intercept the thousands of deadly weapons. With a single clash, the mass of blades shattered into nothingness, the sound echoing like the tolling of a divine bell. Even Han Qingyu was pushed backward, stunned by the sudden force. From the skies descended an elder, his hair the color of fresh snow, his presence radiating warmth and authority. He appeared silently, yet the power emanating from him could not be ignored. Chu Feng's eyes widened in recognition, not just at the elder's strength, but at the aura he carried, surpassing martial kings, yet not quite reaching martial emperor, a terrifying threshold in itself. The elder's gaze fell upon Chu Feng, a gentle smile curving his lips, only to twist into anger at the sight of his bloodied charge. "Han Qingyu," he bellowed, voice like rolling thunder, "are you tired of living?" With a single, devastating motion, he struck. The rank 9 martial king, Han Qingyu, was hurled through the air, a fallen titan sent crashing to the ground, the forest itself quaking under the impact. The legend of this confrontation, of a young warrior defying death and an elder wielding unimaginable power, was etched into the very bones of the Southern Cyanwood Forest that day.